We are back with the 6.2 Detroit diesel military truck today. I am down at a friend's place. He's a little famous, but I don't want to mention anything. But I'm totally having to rebuild my custom clutch, because this thing originally was an automatic, and I took the automatic out, put an nv4500 in. Love it. Went from 20 miles to the gallon to roughly about 26, 27. Depends on what's going on. I've gotten anything from 24 to 28 miles to the gallon, varying. So anyway, for a long time I gave something a test, and about the past 2 years I have been experimenting between hydraulic fluid and brake fluid for my clutch fluid. The reason why is because my clutch line right here is, as you can see, made from hydraulic line. And yes, it is a total hob together from other brake lines to make what is needed. It works, gets the job done. Anyway, not only have I had to customize that line because I used a 94 bell housing, but I've also had to customize the length of the rod for the master cylinder. As you can see, I made a custom rod, shortened it, did all that good stuff. And I've had to make custom boltings for the firewall. Whoop-de shit, it works. It actually mounts up kind of nicely and does what it's supposed to. Let's see, here's the original rod that goes on there, and you can tell how much significantly longer that is. It's way too long for what I'm doing. But the reason that's so long is because this pedal right here, it's kind of a custom pedal. It's a brake pedal from another vehicle. I just kind of jimmied it in, did what I could. That's why it looks like I have two brake pedals. One's actually a clutch. It's really nice. It's like it's a Super Duty truck, like it's meant to be. Anyway, this video today is about my clutch. I experimented for 2 years with these master and slave cylinders, and yeah, I totally know that's not the correct push rod. Yeah, that's custom once again. Here's the original push rod, but as you can see, I had to make a custom bracket and all that good happy horse. Anyway, over time, and I can show it to you, actually. Over time, Chella, you little rascal. Say hello, everybody, to Chella. She is my grounds dog, soon to be grounds dog, up in the mountains. Anyway, as you can see, I have an old master cylinder there, and that's the plunger. It goes in this way and pushes the hydraulic fluid to about there, and pushes the hydraulic fluid out to the slave cylinder. And hydraulic fluid over time has expanded that seal so much that, oh, by the way, I can just pop off that with my fingers like that. That did make me a little nervous, but it's snug enough. It's not going anywhere. But if you can see, like, well, let me get a better view of this. But I don't know if you can see, focus you fuck, how loose that seal is. You can see through the seal on the underside right there. There it is. You can see through it. That's how loose the seal is. It's so loose that I can turn it over and it drops right off. No problem. And the little valvey stays on, no problem, just like it's supposed to. So yeah, that hydraulic fluid grenaded these seals something fierce because of the fact that I was afraid of the line internally breaking down. Well, it's been 2 years. I rebuilt this line, and I've decided, you know, I would much rather put up with the line degrading and rebuild the line every 2 years and use brake fluid and just do that rather than having those blown out seals, because those blown out seals happen roughly every 2 or 3 months. So yeah, I think it's much better to just replace the rubber hosing every 2 years or so. I did get much better rubber hosing this time, and when I rebuilt my line, I rebuilt it a lot better. I was able to get better connections. And of course, I did only use single layer steel braided pressure reinforced, yeah, whatever. But yeah, it's only one layer of steel braid, not two. It was much easier to deal with, much easier to clamp. I was able to actually get force on the clamps to actually get them to lock in. And internally, at the end of every tube, I did slightly, very slightly flare the end of the tube. That way it has something to actually grab onto and makes a really good seal. Anyway, I think this video is getting long enough. Like I've said before, this is for educational purposes only. If you've got a comment, go ahead and leave it.